Welcome once again, ladies and gentlemen, to another edition.
Well, somebody just cut out. I'm not sure who. Either I cut out, somebody else cut out. I'm not sure. Probably me. I'm going to guess that was me. I'm going to guess that was me that cut out.
Okay, are we here? Are we live?
I think we're live.
I can't hear anything that's going on there, Tony DeBurns.
I thought it was me that got cut out there, not you. Can we confirm?
There we go. All right. Once again, welcome to the Roundtable Podcast. It's your boy, The Franchise, joined here by Tony DeBurns. And, man, what a fucking year this has been.
Yeah, that's putting it lightly.
I mean, I'm so glad that this is the final episode of 2020. So many things have happened this year. So many people we've loved have gone on to greener pastures, so to speak.
Yeah.
The world of wrestling has been shocked. You know, starting earlier this year. Yeah, starting earlier this year with Shaq Gaspar, who passed away.
Well, I mean, we had it was weird because Lester and Shad, they kind of passed away at almost like the same week.
Yeah, it was like days.
Yeah, within days, all the same exact area, out in down in SoCal. Man, it's been rough.
Between losing Shad, between losing Supreme, ring announcer John Ian, and these were guys that were all really close to me. And then Road Warrior Animal passes away.
Yep.
My mom passed away. And, life just got fucking turned upside down, man. It's crazy.
It really did.
And then we lose John Huber, known to the wrestling world as Brody Lee, Luke Harper. And I gotta say this, man. I watched AEW and I almost didn't come on the podcast tonight because it was really emotional,
Yeah.
Like the world of wrestling, what you fans that are out there watching the podcast, watching AEW, watching WWE, New Japan, whatever, Impact Wrestling, whatever it is, what you guys don't really see is that you don't see the behind the scenes stuff. Like we're all a huge family. We're all like a huge what's what I'm looking for here? We're a fraternity.
I was gonna say they used to call it a gigantic fraternity, pro wrestling, and in some cases that's still pretty accurate to, mostly by region, I guess, more so than anything else. But yeah, once you enter into this industry, once you enter into this business, into this sport, whatever you want to call it, uh, there's a familiarity that you have with your brothers, your sisters, your friends, and so on and so forth. Whether you're working with them in the ring or whether you're studying their tape, you get that familiarity with them, and it just becomes even if you haven't met them in person, you get to know them on such a personal level that when they do pass away, you feel it. It gets you right there in the heart.
It's like Brandon just said, man, he cried a lot tonight during AEW. And like honestly, I'll say this. That is how you do a fucking tribute to someone in this business who meant so much to so many people.
Yeah, go ahead and fill them in real quick in case they didn't see the show.
I met John twice, and both times he was very down to earth, very nice, and very open to talking. Like you meet most people and they're really standoffish. No, he was like right there, man. He was like, hey, let's talk. Like, hey, let's shoot the shit. And you know everyone that was on that show, and all week this week, everyone, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, fucking TikTok, all these social media outlets pouring their hearts out to him. Sports teams, Toronto Maple Leafs dedicated like their whole this coming season to it, and it's like everyone that I know, every person that I know felt that. Every person in this industry that I know feels that pain. And
Yeah.
whether we like you, we don't like you, whether we love you or we don't love you, we're all a family. And I love each and every one of the people that come on this podcast every week, the ones that I interview, the ones that watch the show every week, the ones that don't watch the show every week. Like, it's 2020. This is the shittiest fucking year in the history of man.
Yep.
It's almost over, guys. We have just a few more days. It is almost over. And I would like to start 2021 on a positive note.
I would too.
So I say tonight, we not only celebrate the lives of the ones that have passed before us, but we have a fucking party. I've got my apple right here. Let's have a fucking party tonight, man. Let's go and let's dedicate this last podcast to everyone that we've lost over 2020. And let's hope and pray that 2021 isn't a fucking shit show like this last year was.
Well, at least we seem to be starting out on a good note, even if there are certain people in Congress who are trying to prevent that from happening. But we'll
yeah,
see.
he's a guzzling gutter slut. We all know who that is, Mitch McConnell.
Yeah,
You.
fuck Mitch McConnell.
Anyway, even Trump tried to turn face.
Mitch McConnell trying to take away. Now he's trying to take away sick leave, for fuck's sake.
Oh well, he's a piece of shit. But look, today I found out some great news. Like, I mean, it's been a real shitty time this week because John passed away. Bodhi Lee, to you people who don't know, passed away. But in retrospect, today I found out that Miss Sarah.
Oh yes.
Yes. And Paul Preston got engaged over the Christmas week.
That's right.
Well, shout out to Miss Sarah and Paul Preston. Congratulations on your
Irene, Paul Preston, finally going to make it official. They've been together for a fucking long ass time, if I remember right.
I mean, I talked to Sarah earlier today, and she's on Facebook. I see her right here on my messenger. They're going to call in. They're going to come in live tonight, and we're going to talk about them. And we're going to have such a great time talking about them and
really be awesome.
The year that has passed and some of the great things that happened this year. Even though this year was a shit show, there were some great things that happened.
Yeah, like this would probably be like the one positive thing that probably came out of this year. That I think we can all agree on, universally.
And I can say this right now, man. Who would have fucking guessed that the BCW Worldwide would turn into an amazing fucking podcast?
That's true.
That's true. Over the fucking world, man. And we've been busting it out with Impact Wrestling stars, Ring of Honor stars, NXT stars, WWE stars, like fucking AEW stars. Everyone has come to the Roundtable Podcast.
We have run the gamut, and it's been great.
You're killing it, bro. And speaking of that, look.
Yes.
We all know that if you say this motherfucker's name 3 times, just like the boogeyman, I tell you, if you say this motherfucker's name 3 times, because he counts to 3, 1, 2, 3, that's his job.
Yep.
So go ahead, say his name, Tony. Say it 3 times.
SignGuy.
And just like that, that motherfucker SignGuy is here. Welcome to
Here I am.
Guy.
Thanks for having me. Last one of 2020.
Oh, Jesus Christ. SignGuy is everywhere, ladies and
It
gentlemen.
was only appropriate that you be on the show for the last one of 2020, honestly.
I mean, you refed every fucking match in BCW Worldwide all long, it seems like. So, welcome to the Roundtable.
Thank you. Thank you. Always a pleasure to be here.
What's been going on with you, SignGuy? What has been going on in your world?
Not a whole lot. Bookings are a little light right now. Next official booking is February, but there might be a couple of little training type shows between now and then that I'm going to help out with. But other than that, just kind of taking a little bit of a break right now, waiting for things to open back up.
I hear you.
You got Michael Kirk, you got Brody Lee's. His tribute show had me crying too. I'll tell you it. I almost didn't come on the podcast, man. Like I was just sitting there like wow. Like it's the first time I really just broke down.
And I think you mentioned it was actually his son who put that show together, Brody Jr.
Negative one, as they call him, negative one.
They let him book it.
That's awesome.
Yeah, they gave him the chance he could book whatever he wanted to for the week, no matter if it was normal tag team partners or whatever. They just let him put what he wanted together.
Well, I'll tell you, a big tribute. That little boy has a fucking mind like his daddy.
I know, right?
That's right.
It really is.
That's right. The fact that they retired the TNT title for his son was awesome. I mean, honestly, man, like I don't know. I really just like it's hard for me to like talk about it and be here on the show. You know, and hey, and look, Tommy says it right. No kid should ever have to retire his daddy's boots. Right there, man. When that I just shut the TV off. I couldn't do it anymore. You know, like that right there, that stuck with me. Like that was just like wow. Like oh my god, you know.
And we've seen the boot ceremony, you know, during shows, and I mean, generally it's a pretty touching moment. But for something like when your son has to do it on the father's behalf, that's heartbreaking. Absolutely heartbreaking.
Let me put you this way, guys. For you guys that are watching the show who aren't professional wrestlers and you're fans and who may not even understand the ceremony with the boots, that is the end of a legacy.
Yes.
When you take off your boots, that is showing respect to the ring, and that is showing respect to the people who brought you there. That is showing respect to the fans, and most of all, is showing respect to your career and everyone that's come before you. I'll tell you, man. That is the saddest thing I've ever seen. And, you know, my heart goes out to his family. I messaged his wife today on Instagram and I sent her a really heartfelt message. And she replied, and I had a long conversation. And I'm not going to show the conversation on Facebook or on the podcast tonight because that's not for me to do.
Right.
But I will say this. Sometimes in life, horrible things happen. And you lose the ones that you love.
That's right.
Trust me, this year has been one of the hardest years of my life. I've watched people die that I became really close with, people that I admired, people that were always so positive. You know, I said this on the Vegas Boys podcast. Shad Gaspar was a fucking amazing dude. Amazing guy. You know, whenever you felt down, he was that guy that will say something funny, like out of nowhere, to just totally make you bust up. And like you totally would forget why you were down. He was very positive that way.
I think
even to the end, even all the way up to the end where you saved his son. That was the most amazing act of love that you can do, to sacrifice yourself for the ones you love.
Yeah, I think you said something about you guys. You actually had a chance to work with him in San Francisco for that. Yeah,
the Wrestle Fan Fest show.
Wrestle Fan Fest. Yeah, so
So I mean, it's crazy, man. Like there's a lot of things and a lot of people in this business that rub you the right way, so to speak. They give you that what's what I'm looking for. They give you that urge to be better. He was one
Yes.
of them. Lester Supreme. I can't say enough about Lester. Even thinking about him not being here, totally like breaks my heart, makes me want to cry even more. Um, I've known Lester a long time, and what a fucking great guy. You know what I mean? Like from top to bottom, an amazing guy, and you can't say enough about him. John Ian. John Ian's another guy. John Ian was a ring announcer in Southern California when I started coming up, and Johnny Ian was the guy that would give you the shirt off his back. True to life Angels fans. I swear, man loved his baseball. He worked at Chapman University. He was a basketball coach. He loved to help people. He was a really good guy. And then, Road Warrior Animal, John was always one of those guys that will talk to you and teach you, and was really humble. For being a Hall of Famer, the guy was humble. The guy took his time to help you.
You told me some really fun stories about when you were in Indiana.
Oh, yeah. Really fun stories that involve Buddy Highway.
Yeah.
It involves Buddy Highway and a Hall of Fame ring, but that's a different story for another day.
Yes, it is.
And we lost a lot of people this year. I mean, like, Victor lost his dad. I lost my mom. Pat Patterson, the very first Intercontinental Champion, passed away. SignGuy, I believe that what's his name? Joey Kid Owens lost his dad too as well.
Don Basher.
That's right, Don Basher. A legend in Indiana, in the Midwest. So I mean, we've lost
my promoter in Indianapolis.
Exactly. Danny Hodge died, Kevin Green of the fucking Carolina Panthers was a WCW star, man. He passed away. There's Tracy Smothers, Jesse Bell, and Amazing Maria. They had a rough time with that, and my heart goes out to them as well. But like I said, we did a 10 bell for those gentlemen and ladies and gentlemen earlier today, and we talked about it, and I had a whole literally a script of what I was going to talk about, and after watching AEW tonight, I threw that shit away.
Yeah,
there's nothing you can't compare anything to what happened on that show tonight.
Yeah,
but
I knew tonight it was everything. If we had a plan, it was going out the window.
I mean, look at this. The coolest moment I thought was when his son got to whack MJF with the Kindle stick. Yeah, fucking awesome, man. All those AEW guys did really great. The Dark Order did great tonight. I'm going to tell you right now, John Silver, I was super impressed with him tonight. You can see the emotion in him and Alex Reynolds' face. The one person that really stepped up and showed out was Anna Jay. And what you people don't understand about Anna Jay is she's only had 20 professional matches. 20. Literally 20. That's to say something about her stepping up as a wrestler and tonight being so emotional in her match.
I know.
Freaking awesome, man. She lost it. She totally lost it. I mean, she was handpicked by Brody. And I talked to Anna Jay. I interviewed her earlier this month. And she, oh my God. I mean, I can't even talk about it. Let's do this, everybody. Okay.
Let's do this. Yeah.
I don't want to talk about being sad anymore.
Yeah.
Let's get nasty. Let's get crazy. Let's get really fucking sinful.
Oh, yeah.
And when I say sinful, that means we're going to bring on one of our super fucking awesome guests right now. A man I've known for a long time. You may know him as Kazarni. I know him as Straight Sinn. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Sinn Bodhi.
Hey, welcome, guys. How are you? Thank you for having me. Happy New Year.
Man, Happy New Year to you, too. Welcome to the Roundtable, sir.
What's up, SignGuy? How you doing, man?
God damn it. You know SignGuy, too?
Oh, where's my Kazarni Sizuk sign, brother? Come on.
Sizuk Kizizze.
Well,
This fucking guy.
Kazarni and I came up in the same places, different times, but we worked a lot of the same promotions early in my career.
Look, Sinn, I'm going to tell you, SignGuy is like the fucking boogeyman here on the show. Okay, you say his name 3 times, boom, he pops up. Every time.
Whatever you do, do not look behind you. Right. I'll wait.
Okay, good. Because I was a little bit scared for a second because I got these belts behind me. I don't want nobody taking them.
Are those belts? Let me take a look there. So the icons on the screen, you guys are about the size of my thumbnail each. So I'm trying to take a look at those.
It's the NWA Pacific Northwest, the NWA Continental, and the AIWF American Championship.
Nice, very nice.
All in that trophy case. They'll stay there forever. So what's going on with you, man? You're running out the Snake Pit down there in Vegas. Future Stars are wrestling down there. How's it been going for you?
This year has been it's been pretty stiff on everybody, so it's no surprise to know that we'd like to get through this year and get into a better year. And I don't want to be a pessimist, but I as a pragmatist, I think this crap is just getting started. So I don't want to be negative going into this year, but I do want to be real. And I just kind of think when the going to get tough, the tough get going. So let's just, all right, 2021, let's see what you fucking got.
That's right. Take that shoulder bump. Get that international spot.
Let's all prevail together. Everybody, wrestlers, wrestling fans, black, white, gay, straight, red, blue, whatever. Let's just be cool to each other. Let's get through all this fucking craziness, all this ick, all this politics, all this not working, all this stuff. And I am very proud to be a wrestler because at the beginning of this year, when everything on the planet got shut down, wrestling was one of the only things that stayed constant and just did it by any means necessary to entertain people that were in their houses, crawling their walls, going nuts, going broke. And wrestling, like I heard so many, the deal. You can't really say a whole lot online because you're going to get raked over the coals and piss off half, no matter what you say.
Yep.
I could say, hey, peace and love. And somebody's going to be like, oh, he comes in peace, kill him, So, somebody's going to get mad about something. But I think I heard a lot of fuss about, and that's all it was, about people like, whoa, wrestling is not essential. Well, semantically, maybe not, but our sanity sure is. And when you're all, getting doled a prison stretch for a crime none of us committed, and we're just rats in our cages, stuff like wrestling, it just helps distract. And that's what that snake pit was for. It was to help distract. Of course, it was to help drop knowledge and to help wrestlers, do it as well and as safe and with as much mileage as possible. But the prime directive of the Snake Pit Online was to distract. And that's
so let's go into that a little bit more. So what you actually had done was there was a Facebook group for the students of the Snake Pit, and you opened that up to anybody who was part of the industry, no matter where they're from. And you had a ridiculous number of guest instructors coming in just about every day, yourself included. You've got Gangrel coming in, you've got Funny Bone, Dr. Tom Pritchard. I mean, the list just goes on, and there was a wealth of knowledge to just absorb just from being in that group.
My little fluffy beasties are about to have a wrestling match of their own. I know,
right?
The she Cookie is such a heel. She is the house heel. She doesn't like anybody having fun. If one of the other little critters is getting too much attention, she'll bark and be like, hey, MFers, what about me? But anyway. But yeah, we do. I'm really proud to have all those different coaches come on there. And as we started that Snake Pit, like I didn't know how to do a Facebook Live, neither did Doc, neither did Gangrel or Al Snow or any of us. We decided, all right, let's figure this shit out and let's do some distracting. Let's do some knowledge dropping. Let's help out these guys and girls that are only guilty of just hunting for knowledge, and in such a, we came up, so I came up in a generation after Al and Doc and these guys. And then there's, a generation after me. And I think even when I came up, I mean, man, to get some old timers to drop some knowledge was like, pulling hair and twisting teeth, to try to get that stuff. And now I think that more of the old school guys are trying to be a little more forthright with their knowledge, now that knowledge travels two ways, and it's reciprocal, or it bounces off of deaf ears, depending on if the young guys open their minds to it, or they know it alls and like, F you, old man, I know how to do a moonsault. What else do I need to learn? So I think the old school guys have to open up their minds and realize this is a different generation, and how do we get that knowledge from our skulls to their skulls, because there is a different gap in age and so forth. So we perceive and we dole out info, we receive info different. And I think, so it's up to the old school guys to be open-minded and kind and smart how they drop that knowledge. Because if I could say, hey, you stupid fuckwit, this is how you do it, you're really not going to want to learn.
You're not going to get anything out of it that way.
You're going to seize up. You're going to close up. And then, but at the same time, what is off-putting is if we got to handhold people, like do the whole 27th place trophy thing. Like, are you okay? Do you understand? Ooza booza boo boo. Like, all that doesn't work either. So there's got to be a medium ground where us old farts have to know how to, I like to joke a lot. So I like to think that, my jokes help kind of whittle some of that knowledge through the cracks where they might be kind of nervous and, if I screw something up, is he going to get mad? No, I am not. I just want to keep you guys safe, and I want to drop knowledge. So I love my industry, so you guys can grow my knowledge when I'm worm food. That would be awesome. Grow my industry, And again, the young guys also and girls have to go, okay, well, we want to be progressive and think of new things, but we should also know the fundamentals and know some of the old school stuff. Like, you don't know where you're going unless you know where you've been. Mm-hmm. So all that chestnut. And so I think it does. It goes both ways. And if you guys are on Snakebait, I'm sure you've heard me say it a million times. Like, I'm not old school. I'm not new school. I'm Jeet Kune Do, man. I'm water. I'm Bruce Lee. I morph and I adapt and I always learn. And so if young guys and girls can maybe take that mindset just a little bit and help convey and pull back and forth, that would be lovely.
I was told when I first started, Dr. Jerry Graham, he told me, he said, listen here, kid, you have a bright future ahead of you. And there are two things that you always need to remember. I said, what's that? You're never going to fucking know everything in this business. And when you get around a vet, sit down, shut up, and take notes. Just like that.
And so, and I like, okay, so I believe in that, but also I believe in other stuff that can combo platter with that. Like, I think you should ask questions. I think the only dumb question is the question not asked. But at the same time, open your eyes and your ears, shut your yap. And then when you can't decipher what you are hearing or seeing, then ask them. Like, so if you're asking every little thing under the sun about, just whatever. I mean, the difference between somebody just rattling off things not to like contradict myself. But I mean, if you're just like, where'd you get your shoelaces? Like, I don't know that I really need to answer that, Whereas if I'm talking about stuff in the ring, then ask all day and we can go down those rabbit holes together. Because if you come up to me and you at a show and you say, hey, can you watch my match? Or if you send me a video link and you say, hey, can you watch my match? And then afterwards you're like, so how was it? What'd you, like, you're not looking for criticism. You're just looking for a pat on the back. I mean, you're awesome. So if you ask me certain things like, hey, could you watch this match like live at a show from behind the curtain or the monitor, or could you watch this link? And then kind of follow up and say, like, I thought I did a little too much of this or not enough of this, or what do you think about this? Or how was my punch here? What did I do here? Maybe I should have threw a counter in. Or, if you talk to me, like, I can tell you're thinking about this. Mm-hmm. I can go down those rabbit holes and I'll be more inclined to go down those rabbit holes with you all day. But if you're just like, how awesome was it? Like, it was awesome. I don't know if you can see what I mean. Double awesome, yes. So, I mean, and that's, I think, in life, let alone in wrestling, people want to learn and then people pretend to want to learn. I truly want to learn. I'll learn something from somebody in their very first match. And you guys were talking about Anna Jay and being 20 matches in, power to her for getting such a great opportunity, such early in her career. And I think, too, again, the old school versus the new school, I think that whole sentence is flawed. It shouldn't be versus. It should be, how can the old school peanut butter and the new school jelly smushed together and make an awesome peanut butter and jelly sandwich? How can we get the best out of both worlds? So instead of saying, well, I could say I'm 20 going in my 22nd year, whatever. If she's 20 matches in, power to her. That's awesome. Brothers and sisters in this fraternity should be happy for each other. And instead of, I see people all the time squawking and kind of motherfucking each other and stuff, like, be cool to each other. You're in the same fraternity. You're growing the same industry. Be happy for each other. Assholes. Come on.
What you just said was completely like what I've been echoing for weeks when it comes to this shit. It's like we're in a fraternity. My job as a vet who's been around 28 years is to help someone that hasn't been around 28 years. But still, I learn shit every match that I'm in.
Sure.
I wrestled a guy a couple weeks ago who literally has probably been in business like 3 years. And he taught me some shit.
Sure.
Oh, wow. I didn't.
It's always the way if you open your mind,
Yeah.
I really do. Like, I kind of like, in some ways I joke and I feel very much like Johnny from the Cobra Kai TV show, where I'm trying to gel with the millennials, even though some of it is just kind of alien to me. And I'm sure some of what I'm doling out is alien to them, but I am trying to find like common ground. And again, to contradict that sort of silly analogy about the Johnny Cobra Kai thing is, in many ways, I kind of like, I try to be a babyface in life because I like to sleep at night. So like I'm definitely in real life, I'm way more Miyagi-Do over Cobra Kai. I'm way more good side of the force versus dark side of the force. Dark side is cool to portray in a ring, but as far as how you want to live, you want to sleep at night. It's kind of good side of the force, wax on, wax off all day.
Me and Gino Rivera had a conversation.
What's that?
Gino Rivera and I did an interview with him a couple of days ago. And it's up on our podcast. If you guys want to go look at it, you can go look at it on the YouTube channel, BCW Worldwide TV, or BCW Worldwide Television on the Twitch channel. And he had pretty much the same thing to say. Like he's so hated by everyone in the industry, but he's the nicest fucking guy in the world. If and I was telling him that sometimes it's hard for fans to see Babla as the wrestler and BJ as the person.
Sure.
They want to mix it in to one person.
Dude, I get all the time, whether it's fans or younger wrestlers. If I'm at a merch table, like I'm not so rigidly old school where I think, oh, heels shouldn't be out at the merch table. I don't think that at all. I want to feed my family. So even if weirdly, 9 out of 10 times, go figure, the guy that dresses up like a John Wayne Gacy kind of thing is usually a babyface. How does that work? I don't know. It's just a comment to society. I don't know.
Personality, bro.
It's wrestling.
Yes, exactly. But on the times that I am a heel, I'm like, damn straight, I'm going to go out and sell my merch. I think if some kid or some dad want to come over to my table and buy my stuff as a heel, I just think like, they've got great taste. Of course I want to sell it to them. And then if they start saying, oh, I like this other good guy better and, whatever, then I, kind of put on a little playful show and all that kind of stuff. Or with the young wrestlers, like, I try to convey what I want to convey. I'd like to think I do it pretty realistically, even when I'm flamboyant, excuse me. And I can't tell you how many times I have had young wrestlers come up to me after a match and kind of look around the locker, make sure nobody's really listening so they don't get embarrassed. And they're like, I thought you were going to beat the shit out of me. And I didn't feel anything. I'm like, I'm not a fucking work. Like you were so patient and I didn't feel anything. And you talked the whole time. You didn't just call in like dog calls. You didn't call like clothesline, power driver, dive. You just talked to me. And nobody ever saw you talking the whole time. It's like, again, because I know how to fucking work. So, like, I'm chatty Cathy. Ask my wife. She'll always be like, stop talking. She'll call me after every class at Snake Pit or whatever. And all the guys and girls, they know when that phone rings, they're like, ooh, the boss is calling. And she's like, stop talking, get home, dinner's ready. Get out of there.
The boss is calling.
You don't skip me. I'm not afraid of any man or beast. My wife scares the dog shit out of me.
Brother, I can totally see that. I understand that completely.
I would sooner square off against 3 Mike Tysons than one of my wife.
Wow. Look, and here's the thing about the Snake Pit, guys.
Wife too, so I definitely.
Yeah, I was like, I've met your wife. So.
I know, and I can compare which one was scarier. Karen is definitely scarier.
Yes.
Yes, her name is Karen.
But on the flip side, guys, when you're watching the Snake Pit Pro Wrestling class on YouTube, on Facebook Live, I gotta tell you, man, like everything, they're really taking their precautions seriously. I mean, I've seen Sinn working with a guy, I think it was today, as a matter of fact, wearing the face mask, and man, it's so crazy It's so crazy that that's the new norm.
Don't even get me
norm,
Don't even get me started.
Tyler Johnson is that. Remember I was talking about that young guy that taught me something. This that kid Tyler Johnson right here, fresh in the business, from Minneapolis, Minnesota, and the young kid. That's what my mama calls her, healthy fear. He's a young kid, and he's
clubs are about to have a grudge match. I'm sorry. Hey, go lay down. You can hear them getting hot at each other in the back.
Right.
One of them's getting ready to fire up, brother.
Dude.
Look, speaking of firing up, let's do this real quick. Let's go to a commercial break, and we'll be right back with more Sinn Bodhi and this goof to the right sign guy.
Drive me insane. I'll be cruised on lane, come and take it on the fine out. Drive me insane. I'll be cruised on lane, come and take it on the fine out. Drive me insane. I'll be
These are more than just the sounds of a safe place to go after school. These are the sounds of interest being ignited and of mentors making an impact. At Boys and Girls Clubs, we don't do just one thing. We do whatever it takes to meet the needs of every kid who comes through those doors. Because whatever it takes is what it takes to build great futures. Great futures start here.
That's right, ladies. The Boys and Girls Club, a place where great futures start, and we're back here live. Look,
Yes, we are.
we got somebody, we got that goof sign guy who is everywhere. Every show sign guy is everywhere.
So I gotta say I popped for the Cobra Kai reference because I kind of see a little bit of Johnny Lawrence in you, but I also see a little bit of Danielson in you, Sinn.
Oh shit.
Well, I try to be a babyface, and I try to never be the old dog new tricks. I always want to be progressive. I want to practice what I preach, and I am water. I am Jeet Kune Do in the sense that water can smash rock, or water can be smooth and whittle through the cracks. It's versatile. I think in this business or anything else, I think versatility is sort of key. And you have to adapt, and you have to figure out how to do things. And you can't just try to jam a square peg in a round hole all day. That's insane. You always have to find new ways to do things. And times are changing, so you got to kind of go.
Absolutely.
And as far as wearing those masks, like you said, trying to teach them those things just fucking sucks. I don't blow up. I'm not old, but I'm not young. But there is no 21-year-old on this planet at any company that could blow me up. I know how to work. I'm not saying I'm in better shape than them. I'm just saying I know how to work to the point where I can hang with anybody of any fucking level. But wearing those masks, you blow up in 10 seconds just talking. I'll talk to a 3-hour class, and I'm moving around talking, and that's some cardio right there. Trying to do a promo, let alone do it for 3 hours and jumping around. That's cardio. Cookie, would you quit being?
Why they have those? They do the oxygen deprivation mask, to kind of simulate the high altitudes. And now I kind of understand the whole premise.
Well, wrestling in certain areas in Mexico, or even in Colorado or someplace where the altitudes are way different, I could do it, no problem. Wrestle in Mexico all the time. God forbid all these lockdown protocols. But I wrestled one time in California. Now California completely shut down. So there you go. But during part of the shutdown, they a really wonderful company tried to put an MMA company tried to morph and put on a wrestling show because wrestling was less regulated and they had to jump through as many hoops. But they jumped through a ton of hoops, and it was like an outdoor show one of the guys that's on the Snake Pit, Fernando Lapie, helped produce it, promote it. And it was like they had a giant ass wrestling ring on a giant, like I mean a proper full budget, like giant concert stage in the Anaheim area and in Orange County. Guys, relax. My little fluffs are attacking me.
Was that the
Butler and Waldorf. So anyway, so the ring is on this giant concert platform, so people can see it, and you could drive in. You have to. It's like a drive-in theater where. Sorry, my dogs are totally distracting me on that. Come here, leave
in the spot.
So anyway, the cars would drive up, and they're not allowed to get out of their cars. They have to honk instead of clap or cheer or boo or whatever. And we still had to wear these fucking masks. And I wrestled Brandon Gaston, who is a big guy and really in great shape, very athletic, and can work. A good dude. And man, we were both like, fucking hell. Like we were tearing into each other in a working fashion. And like I work light, but I'm aggressive. Like I'm gonna keep you on your toes. Like to give you a case in point, like such a young guys, Jesus Christ. A young stallion like Flying Brian Pillman Jr. I wrestled him a few times. And when I first met him months back, I said, let's just go off to Fly, kid. And I know you guys do the memorizing stuff. And let me do you this favor of taking you for a spin off the Fly. And he was super cool about it. He was just like, well, kind of nervous to do that. But I think I know your reputation, and I think what you're going to show me, I'd like to think it would be some of what my dad might tell me if he was here. And I thought that was so clever and so just cool, you know? And so we went out there and we had fun. We just called it. Like he told me a couple of things he'd like to do. So, and I already knew, like I was going to do the drop kick and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Whatever. So we get out there and he's like, man, he goes, I'm in shape. You blew me up on the lockup stuff. Like before we ever even got into the big spots or the heat, like you blew me up. And it was just because he's like, I just never did it like that. Like very like kind of like, guys, Bashy, Cookie, get easy. Jeez.
They need to work light.
Brother. Fuck. And they're just little AB fluffs, and they're like real dog size. We'd be in trouble, but the good thing is they're like little chihuahuas that were like left in the dryer too long. There's these little fluff balls, you know. But yeah, he was giggling about it. He's like, man, I was blown up. Like I never had anybody move me around like that. I go, but it felt good. It was light. The audience was into it. We gave them a good guy versus a bad guy, and we gave them like kind of just two badass motherfuckers going tit for tat. And that's what we did. He's like, yeah. And he's just like, but he just kind of giggled about doing that ABCD stuff after doing it the way we did it. And I swear, I try to do that with as many guys as possible. And not toot my own horn, not anything like that. I'm not jaded to new school stuff. I'm not at all. I'm very open-minded to all the fancy ass spots you want to do. But I can't tell you that there's ever been a single dude that I've taken for a spin off the Fly that didn't like that better than memorizing a whole ton of shit. And I'm
old in the business. I can't remember half the shit that these young kids want to do. I love working off the Fly because I was trained where if you go work in Japan or you go work in Mexico and you don't speak the language, guess what?
Speak wrestling. Yeah, you speak wrestling. Huh?
Exactly. Yeah. You know, so like, I love the fact that I can work with guys like that, and I see exactly what you're saying. You know, when it comes to like working off the Fly, it's a whole lot of fun.
Sure it is. Well, think of it like this. Again, this is an analogy. I try to explain it to a lot of young guys. This is sort of my sales pitch to convince a young guy that I know is just probably just really more scared to take that chance and maybe a little too egotistical at the moment to realize just how little they actually know. Because if you memorize shit, then there you go. Like any monkey can memorize 7 + 3 and 8 + 2. But if you learn how to multiply, add, subtract, and divide, your numbers are infinitesimal. You know, and so like I just try to say, like, look, what sounds more fun to you? Memorize a shit ton of names, dates, places, and do a history exam for me. You got to get it all in order. Not only do you have to memorize these names, dates, places, you have to know them in synchronicity. Or go do an art exam for me and just go paint me a picture. Like, what fucking sounds funner? And they're all like, the art exam. I'm like, duh, motherfucker. So let's go dance. And they're like, okay. And that's how I bait them to get them out in the ring. And then when we actually do it, they go, holy shit, that was a lot of fun. And again, I'm chatty Cathy in there. I don't shut up. Like I'm talking the whole time. Easy, like here, do this, do that. Nope, more, do this, do this. I always giggle too. Like if I grab a lock up and I grab it, Jesus, guys, easy.
It's war games at the house. Hey, I did say we want to have a party on the Roundtable Podcast.
Yeah, we got a party, all right.
Let's call Michael Vick over. Fuck.
Oh my God.
I don't want to start any heat anybody. But yeah. So, but I'll say that. Yeah, I'm an animal guy. So there you go. That's what I think about that dude. Anyway. So yeah, so that's kind of what I think about it. And again, I'll do whatever cool spots you want to do, but I just think like if we memorize everything and one person does something screwy, forgets something, brain farts just somewhere, then that whole house of cards comes down. And everybody's hard work, not just in that match, but on the whole card, let alone industry, is out the window. It looks phony baloney.
I told young kids, what happens if you forget a spot? Oh, I'm gonna go back and do that spot again. The fuck you do, because
it's out the window. Next,
my fans are gonna see that and they're gonna say, "Oh, well, that's choreographed. That's a fucking dance." You know, I always say,
chanting, if you do something and you get that "you fucked up" chant, and then you try to repeat it, you're just amplifying it. Yeah. Like the best thing to do is if you fuck up something in a working fashion, smash the other dude. Just in a working fashion, yoke him with a clothesline, a drop kick, a something. Mm-hmm. So bump the person or take a bump, call for a bump yourself. So they hear a big loud crash, boom, bang, and then they forget about that you fucked up. And if you have any work rate about you, you can feed into these things, not going, oh, what's next? Whoa, whoa. And you look like deer in headlights as opposed to just feeding into something. All right, what was that fucking thing you wanted me to do? Okay, all right, man. Okay, here we go. You know, I'm selling or whatever, or if I'm firing up, some babyface, just tell babyface, fire up. So the babyface can just go, what was that fucking spot? While he's, you know, getting all Tito Santana on you, and then you just go, oh, hey, all right, okay, back up, easy, duck one, give me a backdrop. You know, you can talk in plain sight. Nobody's ever going to see that shit. But I promise you, when you bend down and pick up somebody and you go, like Helen fucking Keller can see you calling that spot, dummy. You know, where you grab a side headlock and you get pushed in the back of the ropes, even though you're pushing yourself, the person's not even pushing you in the ropes. You just instantly are inclined to back up and slingshot yourself off the rope so you can hit a spot, and you lean in ever so gingerly. Blah, 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 blah. Like Stevie Wonder can see that shit. You know, so you're not doing yourselves any favor. So that work rate, that selling, registry, Shakespeare, whatever you want to call it, all that stuff, you can call for, you can just talk and nobody's ever going to catch you doing it. Especially, you know, if you use certain words to like not purse your lips so much, like people see or hear so much with their eyes. Like if I was saying to you, hey, BJ, how are you? You can see my lips moving. And if I said, hey, BJ, how are you? You know, I said at the same tone, and you can't see, you're like, what did he say? What that motherfucker said? You know? So same, like if I'm wrenching an arm and I'm like, put a knee into my guts as I'm wrenching your arm around. And they're like, okay. Ooh, and I'm here. I'm like, oh, you son of a bitch. All right, hit the ropes. Give me an arm, or I'll give you an arm drag. You know, like while I'm selling. You know, like we could just talk for days. You don't have to be Rain Man to call off the fly. This just has to be the fastest moving muscle on your body. If your body's moving faster than your being, then you're gonna trip over yourself. Just like in a promo. If your lips are running faster than your brain, you're gonna blah, 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 blah.
Now, so ladies and gentlemen, you just got a free lesson from Sinn Bodhi, and you should be listening to this stuff, because the young guys who've been in the business 30 days or more, you know, they think they know everything, and they want to memorize 500 friggin' spots. You know, one thing I learned in the business from a lot of older guys is that less is more. Well, I hear this shitty argument all the time, especially Jake the Snake being one of my best pals, he's one of the people that told me that. My mentor, my opponent, he's one of my best buddies. You know, I hear so many people go, oh, DDT, it's not a finish anymore. Oh, DDT should be a finish, brother. And I hear these young guys squawking with these old guys squawking with these young guys. I'm like, a DDT or anything else, it's a finish if you make it a finish. If you throw it away, then it's a fucking throwaway. I can make an eye poke a finish if you actually sold it,
I could, make a hammerlock a finish if you actually sold it. I could throw away a dive if you want to fucking throw it away too. Like, we can take such things, and like what people don't realize is like people like, maybe they like chops because the audio sound. Like real punches just make this dull thud at best. They don't make we just do that we kind of put the little chop effect on it because people are so audio keen. That's why they like chops. But really, you could beat the shit out of me for 20 minutes. Hit me with steel chairs and kendo sticks or whatever. You chop me. That's essentially a bitch slap. You're just getting up the horse. You're not hurting the horse. You're pissing off the horse. You're insulting the horse enough to get pissed off. Same difference, So, where again, some of those moves, if you power bomb me in real life, my real life cell is going to be scrambling to get to my feet to beat the shit out of you. Yeah. If you give me one of these in real life, that's a finish. A human body, even as tough as a Ken Shamrock or a Rick Steiner or whomever, you put one of these upside of a human's jaw, that's a fucking finish. And for any dipshit young person to not realize that is because luckily for them, they've never been in a real fight. And that's awesome. But like an actor doing research for a role, you have to know what you're playing with. You have to know, fire hot, fire bad. Look both ways before you cross the street or you're going to play Frogger by accident. Like there's ramifications for shit. So again, if I'm in a bar and me and BJ decide to go at it and he scoops me by the legs and power bombs me down or spine busters me down for a shoot, my legit cell as a human would be to scramble up and sock him in the fucking face or to grab onto him so I can't sock him. Like I'll feel that spine buster or that power bomb tomorrow, but in the throes of that bar fight where adrenaline is up or in an alley or a mugging or a whatever, that's how the human body really works. Or like, and we throw away these things. Like if I powerbomb you, that should be a big fucking deal. Or if I punch you, that should be a big deal. Or like if I put a flying knee into your temple, that's a fucking lobotomizer, let alone a game changer, let alone guys, relax. All these dogs. Karen, can you get your ref shirt on and watch these fluffs? I don't have Michael Vick's number on speed dial, so if you could do something.
Like Petro says, ladies and gentlemen, get your pens out. Sinn is the greatest coach here. We're learning a lot today here at the BCW Roundtable. I mean, look, you got a guy who's been there. You got a guy who's been OVW, a guy who's been the WWE, a guy who's done massive tours, a guy who's training people, who's mentored by a Hall of Famer, Jake the Snake Roberts. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been your boy Sinn Bodhi. Sinn, thank you for joining us here on the Roundtable, man. We love having you. There's a seat at the table anytime you want to come back.
Oh, thank you. I really appreciate you guys having me on. You guys have a wonderful new year. I'm gonna try to find my referee shirt and deal with these little Cobra Kai wannabes.
Ladies and gentlemen, we'll be right back with a special guest, Miss Sarah.
Drive me insane. I'll be cruised on lane, I've been taking all the fun out. Drive me insane. I'll be cruised on lane, I've been taking all the fun out. Drive me insane. I'll be cruised.
These are more than just the sounds of a safe place to go after school. These are the sounds of interest being ignited and of mentors making an impact. At Boys and Girls Clubs, we don't do just one thing. We do whatever it takes to meet the needs of every kid who comes through those doors. Because whatever it takes is what it takes to build great futures. Great futures start here.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is true. Great futures do start at the Boys and Girls Club. And oh my God. Look, Petrov said it right, man. The Snake Pit.
Pit,
That is
baby.
it, man. That is where you go to learn in Las Vegas. Future stars of wrestling, Snake Pit Pro Wrestling. Sinn Bodhi is one of the most knowledgeable men in professional wrestling. Someone that actually mentored this guy right here, Chris Brady, talking
That's
about
right.
so much knowledge. And that's right. That was a great talk about knowledge, man. That is what we like to do here on the round table. We like to hype people up, like to get you ready, get you built in, get you dialed into professional wrestling as it is today. Now, look, we've been talking about such great loss and sorrow over the course of 2020.
Yep.
2020 has been a shit show.
Really has.
But some really great things have happened this year.
Yeah.
Lance Steen got married to Tiffany.
Mm-hmm.
Beautiful ceremony.
Yep.
I am now 101 with the AIWF American Heavyweight Championship.
Still champion, though. Still
That's right.
champion.
Whoa, kayfabe, bro. That's right. Look, so much great shit has happened over the course of the last 52 weeks. Some horrible things have happened. Coronavirus, losing a lot of people that we love. But something happened today.
Well, not really today per se, but it was revealed today.
Hold on. I gotta say this. We lost one more thing this year. And that is Paul Preston. Because, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, tonight here on the Roundtable Podcast,
Oh, good
I want to introduce you to a former Pacific Northwest Ladies Champion. Someone who not only has excelled in the professional wrestling business over the course of the last 52 weeks, she's got championships, but now she's got a shiny ring on her finger. Ladies and gentlemen, the future Paul Preston, Mrs. Paul Preston, Miss Sarah. Welcome to the Roundtable, Sarah. How are you doing?
Hi. I'm good. Correction. Dean Preston, not Paul Preston.
We just lost. Kayfabe is dead, ladies and gentlemen. That's right. I know him as Dean the Drifter from days past. Sarah had just thrown the name. She's on
the very first time I ever met him at a show, he was going by that name, and that was the first time I ever took a dive, as a matter of fact. So
well, we all know him as the leader of the most popular 80s hair band. I'm not gonna say. I'm sorry. I'm not gonna bring up Nickelback. I'm not gonna bring up Nickelback. Shit, I just did, didn't I?
Yeah, you just did.
God damn it. But Sarah, welcome to the Roundtable Podcast. Thanks for pulling up the seat. I am very happy to see that ring on your finger.
Me too. 6 years in the making.
Man,
I was gonna say it has been a while since you guys. I remember you guys being together at a NWP show that I was at, and wow, 6 years.
Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you this. One thing about Tommy Celsius, he likes to stir the pot. See, told you all the first.
No.
Where is the man? Where is your husband to be?
He's got stuff going on.
Okay.
Is he throwing his balls back on, or
oh Jesus,
he's digging through the bird?
Dude,
is
no.
he cutting the album, or no, really? But thank you very much, because I love you guys, and that really made my day. I was feeling really shitty, and then I saw that, and wow, that was awesome. That's why I had to message you, like, you need to come on the show. Tell us how it happened. Like, give us the rundown, like how it happened.
We have a kid, and Christmas, after all the presents were done, he's like, I have one more. And I'm cleaning up, and I go in the kitchen, and I come back to the living room, and he's on his knee, and David's in front, the kid's in front of him, and he goes, Sarah, will you be my mom? And then
wow. Let me tell you, ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you what just happened right here. Dean set her up because she couldn't say no. The kid came to her and was like, will you be my mom? And he was like, yeah, game over. Got you.
He knows
he
how to
better
win.
he wasn't going full hill mode. Like fuck no. Like that would never happen. No, really though, that's awesome, man. You guys have been through a whole lot. I know a lot of stuff that you guys have gone through, and yeah, I'm very proud of you guys. Like really proud of you guys. Like I can't tell you how proud of you guys I am. And I'm really excited because bachelor party. I'm really excited because I'm pretty sure. Look at this. People are excited. Look at that. Look at that. People are excited for you.
You betcha.
Tommy's excited too. Look, he's out there sweeping and mopping and folding laundry. Like he's
Oh,
fucking ready.
Tommy, God damn it.
Man, you know what?
I
BCW.
BCW return show. Tommy versus Paul Preston. It's got to happen. It's got to happen.
I have to say, besides the engagement thing, this year, I finally finished my bachelor's in education.
Right. I remember that.
I was inducted into the National Society of Leadership and Success, which I never thought I would get into. So I got to say, the end of 2020 has been pretty good. December. That's it. December. That's the month.
I'm going to tell you this. I told you so. All that time sitting in the locker room and you're over here stressing about this and that and the other thing. And I told you what? It will all work out for you. And look, now you got a ring on your finger, you know, right here, a wedding ring, and the ring at BCW opens up. Like, man, like everybody's like, look at this. People are already planning your wedding.
Oh my God.
Already
We're going
planning
to
the wedding.
Vegas. What are you talking about?
Look. Brandon over here. You know what I'm saying? Tommy over here throwing salt in the game. Look at that. No ring. That's true. Hey, look how many times Lana's been married in the ring. Every time someone gets married in the ring, shit happens. He's right.
Savage and Elizabeth were just fine.
Oh, shit. Really? We're going there?
I think we need to. Otherwise, they're going to be too scared to have it at BCW.
Lex Luger. Look, we're not going to go there.
Yeah, nope.
That's right. It is SignGuy, ladies and gentlemen. That's right.
It is.
He's here.
Like I said, it's the last show of the year. It was only appropriate that we have SignGuy on the show. It had to happen.
You know what, Sarah? Since we have you here, since we have you here, we're gonna play a game with you, Sarah. Here we go. Look, just fine. 7 times they got married. That's right. Uncle Elmer and his wife. Shut the fuck up with the Uncle Elmer.
Yep.
God damn.
Okay, look. We got Sarah live here on the podcast, okay? So what I want to do is this. Seeing as how SignGuy's here, Sarah, we'll play this game. Real simple. Even a monkey can do it. SignGuy does it all the time. He seems to get fired a lot. But that game is called Team With, Feud With, or Fire. Now, the way it works is like this. You can team with anyone in the industry. Anybody. You can feud with anybody in the industry. And you can fire SignGuy if you wish. And you can fire anyone. Simple rules, right?
Anybody in the industry. Now, this is not limited to just wrestlers either. I mean, wrestlers, managers, referees, valets. Yeah. Anybody in the industry. So you have a past or present, I should also add.
I'm going to say team with Sonny because we've had some major feuds, but we've also had some good moments. So I'm going to say team with Sonny.
Mm-hmm.
Feud with the person who just popped up, Spencer.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Majestics, huh? Okay.
Okay. I like it.
I can't do that.
You can fire him.
No.
He's to the right. You can fire him. Right here. Look.
He doesn't want to fire me.
No.
Here,
Because
you want
I've
me
got
to check? Here, let me do that. Look, hold on, guys. We're gonna kick SignGuy out real quick. Fire his ass. Fire fire him.
Hey, for whatever it's worth, I fired the Iron Sheik once. So, I
Shit,
mean,
not
hey,
Iron Sheik no more.
yeah.
I don't know.
Okay, fine. We'll bring Sign Guy back.
Well,
You're
she
lucky
hasn't
Sign
fired
Guy.
you
Make
yet,
me
dude.
fire
So
you. I
you're.
couldn't do
Oh,
it.
Sign Guy's fired? Okay, he's gone.
No.
Oh, shit. Okay, make up your mind. Unless you want to
If
fire
it
Sign
makes you
Guy.
feel better, I fired Bad Blood one time.
Yeah, he
fired
did.
me.
He did.
Yeah, he did actually fire me.
I fired Darth Carter once.
Our car's a dick.
You should. Yeah, he is. I thought Sarah was Darth Carter for the longest of times. I'm still
Seriously?
not totally not. Oh yeah, she loves to wear purple. He wears purple. It fit.
She's a whole foot taller and a female.
I was gonna say. If they,
Yeah,
I don't know if he has lips in his boots.
Look,
I was gonna say if that
Sarah's
was
got
Darth
more
Carter,
talent
he
than Darth
gave me a good eye rake once.
so who are you gonna fire, Sarah?
It's a lot of pressure.
Don't fire Douglas. I need him. He pays me.
Oh,
Fired Douglas.
Douglas. Yeah,
Oh,
Fire Douglas?
I
she
would.
just fired. She just fired Douglas.
Look, is it because him and Cosmo kidnapped you that one time?
Yes, Cosmo did kidnap me.
Look. Like I keep explaining to people here on the podcast, it was not kidnapping. They just offered you a ride, and there was no room in the car. It was just room in the trunk.
Oh my god!
And they wanted to make sure you were safe. So they didn't have any seatbelts in the trunk, so they just used rope. They're just trying to help out. They're just trying to look. Michael Kirk said it. I should have drove faster. Look, just trying to get you to your destination safe. There was no kidnapping. It's just
I love the
Whatever.
fact that Tommy was the getaway driver for that whole deal.
There's no getaway driver. He was an Uber for her. He was Uber lifting for her.
Uber.
He was just trying to help her get home, man.
Okay.
Like, Dean just left her sitting in the middle of the ring with like 3 dudes, and they were like, "You want to ride home? Fuck it, we'll get you a ride home. Got no room in the car. Sorry, but we put you in the trunk." Hey, I'm just saying. Look, they were trying to help out. That's it.
Trunk gets a little bit cramped though.
It depends on the vehicle.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a nice mid-sized car. It was. Hey, look, he did signal out of the parking lot though. He did.
Yeah. I mean, he's a responsible driver at least. I'll say that.
I'm just saying. Look, looking out for you, looking out for number one.
Oh yeah. Okay.
So with that being said, when is the wedding date?
Haven't even decided yet.
Okay.
July 1st is a pretty cool day.
What?
July 1st is a really cool day.
July 1st?
Canada Day.
The greatest wrestler of all time's birthday is that day. And it's a Canadian holiday.
Do you happen to remember when my birthday is and Dean's birthday is?
No. Tell me
July 11th.
See? July is fucking awesome. Great people are born in July. You should look, I'm telling you. Independence Day, Bad Blood Day. I mean, it's like a celebration for my birthday. So your birthday is like July 11th. See, you're still cool. You're Cancer. Just take one of those. Just look. Subtract your birthday by 10 days. You always remember your wedding. It's a Canadian holiday.
All the Canadian fans can come down to celebrate.
The asshole Darth Carter. We can't let him come.
If he does, I have a $5 bounty on his head if anyone wants to collect it.
$5 bounty.
No one wants that bounty.
Somebody's got to want the money. Unless it is Sarah under that mask, and then, she shouldn't have someone collect the bounty on her wedding day.
That would suck. That would suck.
God, that would be horrible.
So, I'm a great promoter. I'm a great promoter. I'm a good booker. Pay-per-view wedding.
Oh no.
Okay, we're gonna do this. Look,
Oh no.
we're gonna put it live on BCW Worldwide. We're gonna do it live on the Roundtable. Live on the Roundtable, specifically on this day. Okay, you ready for it? July 1st.
Oh
Live on
no.
pay-per-view. Dude,
You know, this is gonna turn out like when we tried to get that fight booked, for fucking March. We all know how that turned out.
look. I'm telling you, look, even Sue says, look, that's a great day to collect a bounty. I'm just saying.
How? See, I'm not the only thing she
It's a
starts
lucky
hard at.
omen. It's a lucky omen. See? Mm-hmm. Yeah. I'm just saying. $500 bounty on SignGuy's beard.
Good Lord.
Man.
Wow.
July 1st.
Who
You
do
see
you think
that?
he is? Eugene?
You got a
July
pair
1st,
of clippers
sir.
I can borrow?
Look, I'm pitching it right now.
Damn it.
July 1st, live on pay-per-view. The wedding of the summer.
Oh, jeez.
On Canada Day, on Babla Day. I mean, your wedding day. July 1st.
Oh, I can't handle you.
Ladies and ladies and gentlemen in the chat, what do you guys think? July 1st, Canada Day, Babla Day equals wedding day for Sarah and Dean? What do you think? Live on the Roundtable Podcast. I mean, we have Anthony out there with a camera. We'll get a whole camera crew. We'll drink Crown Apple to you.
Oh my God.
Oh,
We'll drink
jeez.
Crown Apple to it. I mean, play some Nickelback in the back. I mean, shit, let's do it.
Jesus Christ.
Look, Wendy,
You know,
it's not too hot on July 1st. It will be lit. Yes. Too hot? Nah.
the only reason I would actually say not to do this on July 1st is we have no idea how the pandemic is going to progress this year.
That's what I'm
So,
saying. Live on the fucking Roundtable Podcast, dude.
oh, Jesus.
Look, that way she can be at home. We can be at home. I'll change the background to like doves and shit,
Oh God.
You know, I mean, like, man, look, bro.
You've had some ideas, but wow.
Weddings and then fireworks, bro. He is down. Brandon is down for it. Look, social distancing.
Venmo wedding gifts.
Look, see, Sarah, everybody is pitching in to make sure you have the wedding of the summer.
Oh, jeez.
Hey, ring announcer Zane Paisley does Zoom weddings all the time as an officiant. We can get him to perform.
Aren't you a official? Aren't you like ordained?
I was. I could renew my license for the occasion, but Zane Paisley also does it. We got you covered no matter what. We got people.
Oh God.
I do have a license.
Oh my god.
I'd be happy to perform that.
Yeah.
Yes,
I got
Wendy.
a feeling Sarah's probably going to side with Wendy on this one.
Oh, Wendy, I've missed you so much.
Oh my God. Well, that's how it goes. You come onto the round table and we turn your wedding into a circus.
Hey, she's got on one ring.
Great.
She's got on one ring. We'll put in the middle of the ring. There's two rings right there.
Oh my God.
Circus themed wedding, I think, would be very appropriate. You have the best man come in dressed as Doink the Clown.
No.
You got the bridesmaid dressed up as the bearded lady. By the way, Kelly does that gimmick.
Wait, Kelly Klein's going to be the bride now?
The bridesmaid.
Bridesmaid, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh my God! What have we gotten ourselves into?
Okay.
I think
For
we're
real.
wedding of the century.
Okay, literally though, seriously. Sarah.
Whoa! We got fireworks. I don't know if you guys heard that just now. There were some loud ass fireworks. Oh,
Those are gunshots.
gunshots, maybe.
Those are not fireworks, those are gunshots.
Good Lord!
Okay, for real though, Sarah.
For real.
All joking aside. I'm really proud of you guys. I have a whole acre of land in my backyard. I will decorate the fuck out of it for your wedding if you want to do that. Or, ladies and gentlemen on the Roundtable Podcast, we can do a GoFundMe and we can help them fund their wedding. What do you guys think?
Not a bad idea.
What? Someone in the chat.
Not a bad idea.
Sexy pants dress.
Oh Jesus! Oh,
Oh, okay.
Now, speaking of that, Sarah, are you going to be legally Mrs. Sexy Pants?
I think she is.
Do that. Give them money. That's why Wendy said it. Give them money, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
I'm down for that.
Wherever they
You take her, I'm giving her $5.
Well, I mean, if I collect the bounty, I'll give her the bounty too.
You
I
know
mean,
they're talking.
Yeah.
oh, is Sexy Pants there?
Is he?
He popped in.
You better tell Sexy Pants to get his ass on the screen.
I was.
We miss Sexy Pants.
They want to see you.
I know he said something. What the?
He said all the bitches do.
Oh Jesus Christ!
Oh, Paul, I hate you.
We're off to a great start, aren't we?
Chad Kroger singing "You're Beautiful" and Dick Kicks.
Oh boy!
He doesn't look like Chad Kroger anymore.
What? You better put the camera towards him right now.
He's gone.
Go find him. We need to see Sexy Pants.
No.
Damn it. It's almost 20.
Look.
Look, the end of the year is coming. I've not had my fill. Wait, that doesn't sound right to say that. I've not seen enough Sexy Pants. Shut up, SignGuy.
He does not want to be on camera, so
You tell
I
him-
am not going to
You
make
tell
him
him
be
this.
on camera.
You tell him this from the Roundtable Podcast.
That's how you
He
establish a boundary.
Sucks. We are sad that he doesn't love us enough to show his pretty little face on camera.
They're saying you don't love them enough.
Oh my God!
He's got the Coach Mike Jones afro and beard.
He said his hair's a mess.
We don't care about your hair. Put a hat on.
He said but you gotta see his hair.
Oh, well, then tell him don't worry about his hair being a mess.
Come on, Dean.
Come on, Dean.
I hope he's not hiding out because he's Darth Carter.
What you? No, he's not Darth Carter. He's got more skill and
I don't
ability
know
than
that
Darth
he's
Carter.
not.
Look, we all like Dean. No one likes Darth Carter. Okay.
That's probably true.
That's a pretty safe.
Oh, wait. Dean wants teen with Darth Carter, so we
Oh,
can't
shit.
say that.
Well,
Plug
Yep.
the Cash App, ladies and gentlemen. Plug the Cash App.
reception. Oh, good Lord. Dean Preston.
Come on down,
Mr.
Dean.
and Mrs. Dean Preston.
We're waiting.
Are you coming?
We're sad, Dean. Dean, we're sad.
Are you coming into the camp?
Look, we need 2021 to have more Dean Preston. That's right. Get a Dean chant going.
Oh no.
Dean, 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 Dean,
Dean,
Dean,
Dean,
Dean,
Dean,
Dean.
Dean,
Let's
they're
also say
chanting
Ding
your
Ding. All right.
name.
Dean. Dean. Come on.
I mean, this is probably the only time he gets to chant all year. Ding, ding, ding.
Dean.
Horrible. That's horrible.
Come on down, Dean. We know you can hear us. We know you're probably standing right there. Come on, Dean. We miss you, Dean.
What's up, brothers?
The man.
Real shit. All bullshit aside, dude. Congratulations. That was real cool.
Thank
shit
you, brother.
did, man.
Oh yeah,
So,
living the dream.
So I'm gonna get my car, probably like February, right? I'm gonna drive up there. We're gonna go to a strip club.
I can hear you.
Oh shit. Yeah, we're gonna hang out. We're gonna drink coffee and
I like how she's all like, I heard that.
No, realistically though, man, congratulations.
Thank you, brother.
We love you. We miss you guys. Real cool shit that you're doing that. So keep us up to date. I mean, we've already had Lance Dean get married to Tiffany. You were there. Sarah was there. It was a fucking great time. And I bet that's where you got the idea, wasn't it?
No, it's constant harassment.
I'm waiting for the Tommy Celsius comment in the chat.
Bye, guys. Later.
Later, man. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, that was Dean Preston. No longer a member of Nickelback, but a member of the Miss Sarah. Whoa. Hold on now. I knew the Mike Jones Afro was going to come into effect. God damn it, Tommy.
Tommy's stealing the show from us. Jesus
Wow,
Christ.
he went from sexy pants to look like a badass biker. Oh,
I know,
man.
right?
Somebody said you look like a badass biker.
Heel turn. Heel turn.
Oh, you can't. No, that's not a
He
heel
can do
turn.
that. Undertaker's retired.
I know. That's what I'm saying.
Hey, look, let's call a spade, man. Undertaker gonna be back at SummerSlam. He ain't retired.
Well, nobody's ever retired in this business.
Yeah.
Wait, let me ask you this. Did you see his boots in the middle of the ring? No. Oh, wow. I'm done tonight, ladies and gentlemen. This comment right here, the internet has won. From Nickelback to 98 degrees.
98 degrees.
Game over. I'm done. Thank you very much for joining us on the roundtable.
Yeah, see what you get with this show.
Oh man, that shit. Too much, bro. Too much. But
She's even looking at us like, what the fuck is wrong with you guys?
in the words of Brody Lee, are you crying? Are you crying? Oh man.
There's no crying in baseball.
Oh man.
He's
Yeah,
not
you
wrong.
did. You sure did miss something.
Not
You
wrong.
missed a lot. Sarah's getting married. Dean Preston, it looks like fucking The Undertaker's younger brother. He's no longer sexy pants. He is fucking I don't know. What can we call him now? It's not sexy pants. He's fucking biker pants. Like what? I mean, card hearts. I mean, I don't fucking know. I don't know
Biker
what to
chaps,
play.
man.
Leather pants, man. I don't know.
Pants, yeah, maybe.
Shit, biker dude. I mean, biker boy. I mean, I don't know. Badass Dean Preston.
Badass Dean Preston.
The Overtaker.
There's a
Oh,
new tactic
man.
so he can team up with Iron Man.
Oh,
No.
and Sarah,
Ride
you,
the motorcycle to the ring.
and you see, Sarah, you didn't fire Sign Guy when you had the chance. Now look, you ever talking about your
I
man looks like
know.
fucking Tex Thompson. That guy right over there.
Iron
That
Man.
fucking guy right over there.
Iron Man.
Look at that. That fucking guy right there. You see him? That fucking guy right there? Yeah. Biker Pants. That's his name. Biker Pants Paul Preston. No, he's no longer Paul Preston. He's Dean. Dean.
I like this. I like this one right here. Dean Vestington.
Hey, riding a Vespa to the ring. Oh man.
Oh god.
Wow. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Sarah, thank you very much for joining us here on the Roundtable Podcast. Once again, congratulations on your pending nuptials. Proud of you guys. And yeah, we'll see you Dean Bikerton. We'll see you soon, hopefully.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Goodbye.
So, ladies and gentlemen,
Well, that was
that's what you
productive.
get here when you join the Roundtable. You get the funny, Thank you very much for joining us here on this pre-party, pre-New Year's Eve edition of the Roundtable Podcast. Now, Tony, I do believe you said you had a kick-ass match for us to watch tonight.
Man, we're coming up on that hour and a half mark at this point. So
That is true. That is true.
I don't know if we're going to have time to get a match in, but I did want to bring up hover around. One thing I did want to bring up. So obviously we started off with the 10 bell, and then we got into the educational portion of our show with Sinn Bodhi and his fighting dogs.
The dogs of war
right now. Then we had the feel good part of our show with Sarah and Dean. I think really at this point, all that needs to be said, and it's really more appropriate now more than ever, don't take the chance that, if you're not going to, you may not see somebody the next day. No day is guaranteed, especially now in the middle of this pandemic. Tell your loved ones, tell your friends that you love them. Tell them that you appreciate them. Just let them know that you're there for them anytime, that they need you. Like I said, nothing is guaranteed, especially now during this pandemic.
I was thinking earlier I made a banner for tonight's show, and honestly, man, with this pandemic going on right now, stay home, stay safe, and just love one another. But do me a favor, guys, go hug a friend, tell someone you love them, be safe, and love everyone. Like Tony just said, like, you never know, tomorrow's not guaranteed, man. It's not guaranteed. And I always say this right here. Brandon is right. Brandon says, I think this all the time. Never go to bed angry at anyone. Don't hold grudges. Because quite honestly, man,
going to bed mad is the worst fucking feeling.
It is the worst thing.
ever.
It's horrible. So 2020 has been rough, guys.
It has been.
It's been horrible. It's really been eye-opening and a game changer for a lot of people, including myself.
Yep.
I lost my mom, and if it wasn't for you guys here on the Roundtable, all you fans, my brothers and sisters in the ring, and just you people in general, I would have fallen apart. My mom died on a Tuesday, July 21st, 9:45 a.m. And like, even today, it's still rough. It's still hard. My mom is in a trophy case. Her ashes are in a trophy case in my office. This picture behind me, this green screen picture behind me, that's my trophy case with all the most important items in my life are in that case. The 3 championships I made history with, that I made my mom proud, in her ashes. For about 2 weeks, I haven't been in that office. I avoid that office. And it's because I haven't grieved. I haven't fully gotten to the point where I'm okay. Like, I'm not okay. I probably won't be okay for a very long time. But I will tell you that Wednesday, the day after my mom died, I got on this podcast. And I poured a drink. And I looked at Tony and I looked at Tim. Congratulations, by the way. Tim just had a baby, ladies and gentlemen. It's been a couple weeks, but congratulations. He's one of our producers on the show. He hasn't been around for a while because he's been dealing with that.
Work and baby on the way. It kind of makes you busy. Kind of makes you busy.
Douglas Rockefeller was on the podcast, and we drank a drink to my mom. We we celebrated her life. And I wanted to come on this podcast today to celebrate the lives of everyone that we lost this year, be it wrestlers, family members, friends, anyone you may have known. It's easy to come on a show, talk about them, and then be done with it. But for some of us, we still live that every day. So for John Huber's family, John Ian's family, Joe Laurinaitis, Road Warrior Animal, Doug Basher, or Don Basher, Shad Gaspar, Supreme, all their family members are still dealing with it every day.
That's right.
But one thing I've learned, and I thought about it today, and this is why I didn't really want to get too deep into it earlier in the podcast. I thought about it today, and life is so short and so fragile. Like, shit happens. But at the end of the day, we are all we have. So we need to be there for each other. Whether you like them or you don't like them, you got to go ahead and you got to put your best foot forward and support each other.
That's right.
Because I'll tell you, like she says here, to stay strong, and then you'll never get over it. You're right. The grief may be getting a little easier, but at the end of the day, we're all we have. So, like I said, love each other, support each other, be careful. 2020 has been a shit show of a year. I can truly say with every fiber of my being, fuck you, 2020. I'm glad you're a piece of shit and you're over. 2020 has been a dumpster fire on top of a shit show on top of a dumpster fire. But there's a bright hope for 2021.
27 more hours.
So let's do this, everybody. At midnight, New Year's Eve. I want everybody to if you drink a glass of water, I don't care. But at midnight, I want everybody to raise a glass. And I want you to say, fuck you, 2020. And we love everyone that has passed away. And give a big shout out to everyone that you do know that are still alive. Go hug somebody, a random stranger. Yeah. Go up to somebody and just say thank you. Pretty simple, man. I don't ask a lot. I'm asking you guys to do that. I'm also asking you guys to share this podcast. If not any other fucking episode, this episode.
This one.
Please like, click, share, and subscribe to this channel. Share this right here. Because I'm going to be honest with you. This show, to me, is about giving back. I may not be getting the ring every week to perform for you guys live. This podcast is me, Tony DeBurns, SignGuy. We come in here, we joke, we have fun, and we do it for you guys. So at the bottom of my heart, I want to say thank you very much for joining us here every week. You spend 2 hours of your time every Wednesday night with us. Thank you very much.
Yep.
And for Tony DeBurns, SignGuy right here, I want to thank you very much for watching the Roundtable Podcast. Have a good night, guys.